Right, well, today we are looking at scrap parts for your vehicles and what to do with them. Now, this is a old thing we used to do on Crew 2, which was you got a load of scrap metal parts, you don't know what to do with them. If you're new to this game, you probably won't know what you're doing with them, but this is what we're doing. If you can see in the top right hand corner, you will see that I've got 57,075 scrap parts in orange. They are scrap parts, and this is what we're going to do with them. But first, the way you get them is you're scrapping the parts of the cars that you don't want, aka any old mods that you don't want for the car. You hold down the X button or the square button for the PlayStation, X for the Xbox, and you can scrap the old parts you don't want, and you will be given a half decent amount for the green ones, a better amount for the blue ones, which are rare, and an even bigger amount for the legendary, and I've forgotten what the ones are called. But playing this game throughout, you will get an awful lot of parts for your car that you don't want. Once you get them, you obviously go on, you keep getting them, you go on to the next highest one to make sure your car is the fastest. So once you've established how you get your scrap parts, you want to then use them. Now, what I want to do with this car is make it so when I race, especially with the AFK glitch video that I did last, that we get lots of money. Now, how do we do that? This is one way of doing it, and that is if you click the second start button, I can't remember what it's called on the Xbox, or the select button for the PlayStation, you'll be taken to this screen, and it shows you how much it's going to cost you to change the legendary effect on your car part. Now, I'm looking for a Bitcoin one. It might take a while. I'm doing this live, so let's have a look. I'm going to change it by holding down A, and you're going to use 50. It will go up, but at the moment it's costing me 50 scrap parts to change the actual effect on this car part, but it's pretty good. See, I'll either get drifty or stick to what I've got, resourceful. I'm going to keep doing that until I get what I want, because it's not costing me that much. It only cost me 50. It will cost more if you're using it on a legendary one or a rare one or whatever, but we're going to keep doing it till I get what we want. Trawler, no, load of rubbish. And this is what you do. It's the only thing you do with scrap parts for your cars. Like I say, you get a lot of car parts early on in the game, and more than likely when you upgrade you actually have no use for them, so you scrap them. That's the whole point of it. This was brought into the Crew 2 about halfway through its life. I did an old video years ago about how to use them. It did pretty well, so I thought, well, make another one. So I'm sure there's people out there who didn't play the Crew 2 and who played this game and don't know what the scrap parts are for. So this is it. It's anything they're useful. I think you can actually buy them somewhere on the store as well, but you really don't need to. Don't be tricked into it, because you can just make your own points by scrapping all the old parts you don't want, you don't need anymore. Now, at the moment, as you can see, this is taking me quite a while to get the one that I want. Perhaps it might be a little bit harder to get the money icon, but I wanted to do it for every part for this car, so when I do the AFK trick, obviously I get extra money, not too worried about XP. Frantic as well, that's another good one. But we are looking for the Bitcoin symbol, and we should get it any second now, I'm sure. It really is taking its time. Doesn't usually take as long as this, but today, lo and behold, doing this crap live, it doesn't want to give me it. Frantic again. And the other great thing as well is it's actually you can get different percentages of whatever you're trying to get. As you can see there on my resourceful, I've got a 5% mod. We can get in between, 0.4%, where you can get between 0.4 to 0.7. Well, at the moment it's just cost me an awful lot of scrap parts just to try and get the one I want. afraid you can't do this any faster. We'll get there eventually. But we're going to do this, probably not going to film it all, but I want to do this on every part of the car. I think there's what, 6-7 parts that you can have. So if you've got extra items that you want in the car, you can also do that as well. If you want obviously XP, go for the XP buff, but I just can't believe how long this is taking me. Frantic there again, that's another good one. Collector to hunt the treasure hunt radar effects and all that. That's a pretty good one to have if you're looking for the treasure in the treasure hunt. And the XP one there is quite a good one. But we just want the Bitcoin symbol for the money, and I'm not getting it. It doesn't ever take me this long, I can assure you. This is really just a really bad run of items I'm getting here. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Let me just change it. Let me change it to skilled. And let's see what it brings up now. No, it doesn't want to do it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to try another one. So we're looking for that symbol there. The Bitcoin symbol, rich, increased bucks gained by either 0.5% or 1.5%. Obviously you can't have two on the same one, it's just not going to happen that way. But if I go up to my highest one, which is that at the moment, 951, and we'll try it again. I can't believe I'm this unlucky. I thought it wasn't hard to get, but perhaps I'm wrong, because this is taking ages. Ah, there it is. That it's not a great one. It's by 0.3%, but it's better than nothing. It's just annoying me. Surely it's going to give up in a minute. Like I said, it doesn't usually take that long. So the fact is I've been doing this now for about 5 minutes. It's pretty crazy. But there is a really good AFK video I did half hour ago. Check on my channel. And if you've got a turbo pad with that, you got this car. This is what I'm trying to do it for. So I got, there it is. Oh, it's a good one. It's max. It's 0.7. Brilliant. We'll take that. I'm trying to max this car out so we can get maximum amount of money for that race. Do check out that video, it is really good. I want to try it one more time on this one. There's also, don't forget, the legendary driver points as well. I've been playing this game for a few days now. I've managed to rack up 10 points for my driver's points. I'll show you that in a minute. Make sure you whack all of the points onto the rich perk. I'll show you that in a minute, and that is the best build to get lots and lots of money for races. Obviously, if you're trying to do something else, you're trying to build a turbo machine, nitro, sorry, you're going to want this one, pure, or frantic's another good one, drifty. There's a lot of them that make a car good for increased nitro power. But like I've said, I just want to do the AFK trick in my last video. I should have done this probably first to show you how much money you can get in that video, but I didn't. So I thought I'd better make this video, show you what you can do. But yet again, this is taking me absolutely ages to get a rich perk on this car part. So I've gone through quite a few now, and I've only used 5,000 scrap points. Ah, there it is. That's another good one as well, at 0.7. We'll take that, thank you. And we've got tyres and that to do. But you can see what I'm trying to do. Like, I'm trying to get that Bitcoin sign on every single one, and that way it's going to increase the amount of money that I get. Now, also what I was on about was, if you go to your driver and go to legendary points, I've got 10 at the moment on Rich, and that is going to give me an extra 10% more money from each race which I'm doing. And like I said, it was the AFK race. You're going to add that 10% onto the percentage of each one of these. So like, for instance, that was 0.7, the other ones were 0.5, so it's not a massive amount, but if you're doing it overnight, you're going to get quite a lot of money. So I'm not too worried about XP. But if you didn't see that last video, all it was going to this race, and you can go AFK as long as you hold down accelerator button. It will go round and complete the race for you. It's that easy, and you just got to press the triangle or Y to restart it. If you've got a turbo pad, even easier. Leave it all night and you will get an absolute crap ton of money. Anyway, that was the last video. This video is just scrap parts, and that is what you do